Perhaps that's why the illusory part was face up when you found it.
Could be.
Other way to think, they made it so heavy so that only we could take away.
Perhaps it's fate after all.
You're the talky one in the circle.
Yeah, he's been watching us, that one. I think he's from another group.
Hey, do we know what those 4 wands were there?
He could spend some time looking at them. Give me a second.
Because I only have 7 charges in my Cure Light.
I can cut the wands. It is a wand of invisibility, cast level 3 with 25 charges, a wand of purify food and drink with 10 charges remaining, and a wand of shield, caster level 2, 12 charges.
Awesome.
I could use the first 2. No, wait, I can't use invisibility. Crap.
You're a cleric.
No,
No, so you can't.
I can't use it, no.
Okay. I'm gonna drink my manhole.
Okay, so I'm gonna paste the wands because you actually identified them. Okay, and paste them.
Okay. I guess now we have something to feed Electro. We can bury or burn smaller pieces of forest.
Be best if we buried Lamry, I think.
Just a little piece.
Your home is a very interesting place, Orphix.
Yes it is. Built by the predecessors.
Yes. Your mother did not build this place?
No, predecessors much older. Mother comes from very ancient family. Family cursed by the gods. As well as blessed. Yes.
Did you all see the great stage of combat?
The what?
Great stage for combat.
You mean that strange place with the flash? My hands
Yes.
were all tied up
The vision.
in red sacks.
It was... Maybe they have that place here.
Orphix is just looking around, trying to figure out what you guys are talking about.
Start dragging the loot horse to the circle.
The loot horse.
So how much of this junk are you taking? I guess the gemstones you could fit. The art
All of
objects
it.
might be too heavy to all move? Or are you just
All of it.
you're just grabbing all of it?
All of it. My drag right now is 7,000 pounds.
Okay, you've got about 20,000 coins, which divide by 50 is the weight of just the coinage alone.
Okay.
That's 400 pounds. You've got at least 400 pounds of art objects.
Okay.
Maybe about 200 pounds of masterwork items.
950 pounds for the giant coin.
950 pounds for the giant coin.
Okay. And a lamprey. How much was lamprey?
This big horse, 2,000 plus armor, so 2,100.
All right. It's well less than my drag load.
So you got
I mean-
this red slick leaf.
This is ridiculous.
It's only 4,000 pounds.
Okay, so Lokrik will aid you, not that many people do, and then there are others that need to walk around Lamry to keep things from falling off. You're gonna drag Lamry, the treasure horse, all the way.
So disgraceful.
He does a great job.
Okay, please clear your tokens of your spells,
Okay.
All
all the minute per levels, and then the hour per levels are also gone because you guys spent 3 hours here.
I re-rocked an ant hall, so that will last for 12 hours, 10 hours.
Okay.
Which tokens do you want us to use, Marty? The ones on the big map or those ones? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move you off to the side, kind of representing the treasure horse.
Because we still have our own
Or if
icons
it's
on the
just
other seat,
riding
right?
the horse to add to the. You get Lemio and Oberon walking slowly behind.
We're bringing your horse back for a burial. I could have done the same thing without the horse. It would have been 2,000 pounds later.
Lemir's already got what he needs from Stump.
All right, and then what direction are you going? You're going up? Like, where are you headed? Are you gonna drag it up on the upper part? Are you gonna walk down this place? Like, what direction? I need to kind of know.
I want to avoid stairs, so we'll go the other way.
Thump.
Okay, so,
Okay.
once you get over the rise and then the exit to this place, you clear out the garbage and you start heading down this walkway.
Yep.
Okay. Are you ducking into any of the side buildings, or are you guys just trying to beeline to?
I'm playing the left foot, right foot game, so other people have time to do stuff. So
Okay.
We'll keep an eye out.
There is a way to take a lower path to kind of avoid some of these other buildings you haven't been to.
okay.
And then which way, I guess it doesn't matter
Yep.
to go to the pavilion.
Yep.
Okay. Like an hour later, you guys are at the pavilion. If
Hey.
anyone watched you from any of the high walls or buildings, it was pretty obvious that the group of you is making off with loot.
Buku.
Beaucoup de loot, yes. And you find yourselves at the pavilion, and you feel better when you see the pavilion and the archway and the glittering sapphire in the arch. It's not casting light, like no one. It appears that no one used it, and the portal is closed.
Okay.
All of you guys eating, making me hungry.
All right. So Uker is going to use a round of rage to pick up the loot horse, and then so that it's definitely a held thing for the teleport.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Let me pull out the gemstone and the feather.
Okay. There was a distinct. Uker may not understand this yet, but there's a distinct difference in the feeling of walking through the portal and then traveling by way of the stones. But yeah, he's low-level adventurer, is not quite understanding yet. Oberon, because basically he's still embarrassed, he's not gonna like be snippy about it. If this was a better day, he might be chiding you a little bit about your lack of knowledge of magic. There's just an internal like, no, don't say anything. They saved your life multiple times. And we just found like 100,000 gold piece staff in the form of a.
I need to keep the big gorilla around to
Right.
carry my staff.
Right.
So, the tradition of the slave wizard was born.
Come now, ogres, bring me my staff. All right, I will switch. I will switch maps.
It's going to be
as,
more like, come now, Oberon, use this giant thing that I carry.
Lemio takes out the gem and the feather, and the archway of Featherstone does open with a glittering blue light, and you are able to step through to the pavilion. In stepping through to the pavilion, I'm going to get rid of Stumpworth.
He dead.
Spider's not there, and Lamry is dead.
Has it gone off since we last killed a dragon?
I think we should bury Lamry here, on this side.
Okay, the animals have moved a little bit. You notice Rosie is sitting right in the middle, like tail high, like she owns the place.
Okay.
Urek Cho is over here rolling around in the dirt,
I'm guessing Uruk Cho stinks right now. That would be my guess.
and the domesticated boar is just sort of grazing along some of the little bits of grass that are growing in odd places. Yeah, you can smell skunk stink.
Oh boy.
Your skunk used its spray once this day, Mark.
It protected our exit. That's what it did, damn it.
It turns around and is happy to see Azildan and goes over and rubs its head against Azildan's arm or hand, kind of in that sort of like pet me now.
Oh, hi, Rosie. Looks like you had a bit of fun yourself here by the smell of it.
Ha! Balls.
Do you get emotional feelings from your pet, or am I thinking familiars?
I think you're thinking familiars.
Okay.
It's empathic bond.
No, I think
No,
it's
you
just
don't. You don't get that.
which is-
You don't get that from familiar from.
Rosie's
companions.
happy to see you and likes the petting.
Okay.
And the closest thing is Link, but I don't think there's anything more to it than that.
Okay.
Okay.
The portal
Drake.
the portal remains open, I think, for about a minute before it closes behind you.
We will drag Lamry, the treasure horse, off the thing.
It's not
Then
the
we'll-
Trojan horse, it's the treasure horse.
And then we will unload the treasure and the armor from the horse.
Okay. The armor is still salvageable. Lokrik's like,
I'll be able to fix this if the spells of the wizards cannot. Perhaps the priests.
Uker hands like his busted ass melted studded leather over.
I'll be right back.
I'm more of a metalsmith than a leather worker. But I can see what I can do.
I sort of
We can throw some mending on that.
tap on his sleeping chain. Just ching, ching, ching.
oh, do you want to borrow some of his armor?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he
Might be a bit of a tight fit, but
you borrow his sleeping chain, no problem.
Yep. Because apparently 2 AC means a lot sometimes.
Yeah, there were a couple times where so Galeth spent 2 hero points. He should be at 0.
I'm at 0.
And Lemmy
I'm at 0. Might be
think
easy
we're
to figure
dry.
out who's actually got a hero point left.
Lemio used both of his,
I do.
right?
I have no.
you
I have one.
Okay.
I used one to get Locric healed.
Yes.
Uker does not have one.
Okay.
In that pool there, that should say 0.
No. 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 Oh.
So Lemio's got 1 left.
Yeah.
Alright.
Lemmy, king of the hero pool.
I will use it to I don't know. Hopefully save someone's life. El
I
douchebag.
use it while I'm at the brothel.
1 minute longer.
It's called the hero bone.
All right.
I don't get it.
An action out of turn. Weird. It's the flourish.
And for Lemmy.
Comes out with a surprising 5 minute.
5 minutes.
That's good for the little guy.
Not a bad show for the little guys.
Okay, so you guys are unloading the horse and then calling over Urekcho?
No, I think we're gonna, like, while they're cleaning the horse, I guess it's Galeth can be in charge of giving something for Urekcho to eat, and Uker's gonna start collecting big-ass stones. / making some big stones.
Marty, quick question.
Okay.
How long did you say it would take for me to regrow Stump?
Those 3 Nethergeist are still there. They're a little bit higher in the air than they were before, looking down at you as you guys come through the portal.
I already know that if we attack them, it doesn't work. So we're gonna go bust up some wall to make enough big stones to bury the horse.
Yeah, you can gather up enough stones without having to mine. Where are you burying the horse?
I was thinking up here, but like actually, that'll look right there.
Okay, so you shoo the boar out of there, and I'm just gonna draw a little stone plot.
Cut a chunk of Landry's ass. A bit of rump roast.
Lamry's grave.
Wash it up.
Oberon's more interested in the magic. He's sitting on the step looking through the magical things. He asked Lemmy to help him.
It's like, thanks for burying my horse, guys. Hey, where'd we get the steak from?
Who wants steak?
Orphix is just simply watching you guys do your work. He's actually no, he's staying near the casters. He's curled up, just looking at all the magic things with you.
Yeah, so Lemmy will help out Oberon with all the magic.
Azildan, are you helping bury a horse, or are you helping with magic items?
He'll help bury a horse, because he has really no help with magic items.
Okay. Rosie comes over, and the pig just goes over here. Almost avoiding Rosie.
You know, we can make some decent bone knives out. Never mind.
Uker will use the charm of the Blue Mountain to create a couple of gallons of water so that we could wash the horse, I guess.
Okay.
Seems like a normal thing to do.
We're burying his horse.
Well,
Lemmy just looks at Oberon. What a waste of time. It's already dead.
Yeah, I know.
Oberon.
Special. It makes him feel better, though.
Oberon.
That's fine. Azildan overcaught it as he was heading over.
wait a sec. What is this thing?
What's that?
This wall? Where does it go?
It's a wall that goes up to more mountain. It's like a cliff.
This is a wall to a town.
Is there a higher ledge that's still within the zone of that gem?
No.
Oh.
But the
Next
mountain
time.
does go up higher. Yeah.
Next time. Oh. Once I know how to kill those nether guys, and we'll see where we really bury horses.
Okay, let's do a bit of a role-playing between Lemio and Oberon while we're waiting for John to return. I guess Zildin was heading over, and you can overhear the first part of their conversation.
Alright.
You said, what a waste? It's their way, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
Some people bury, some people burn. I suppose your way is just to leave it lying in the forest, to return to the earth.
There's certain creatures that make a meal of that. Ain't nothing wrong with it neither.
Well, I understand if it was like a friend or something, but I mean, it's an animal, so like, well,
He's writing in his identification book, the book that brought you here, the book that he dropped when he was fucking up with...
yeah. Oh yeah. Did you know? How did you activate the stones?
Are you saying that grave worms don't eat the dead?
Whatever gets there first eats the dead.
It'll be food for something, I suspect.
Of course. Something that either up here or under the earth. Anyways, doesn't matter what they're doing now. It's gonna end up the same way later. Whatever makes them feel good, I guess.
I suppose.
Tell me, Oberon. You were able to figure out how to activate the stones?
Yes, and I did so by accident.
Come on.
We were able to follow you. I saw those tendrils coming off the main one to our smaller stones. But I don't know how you actually started it.
Close proximity. I was careless in allowing them to touch.
Right. Apparently I think there's a way to select what destination you want.
Interesting.
I'm just not sure how to do that. I think our little friend, the snake there, he knows how to do it.
What puzzles
And
me
his mother.
is the thing behind us is definitely a portal. Portals are not limited to the same world. Whereas my initial analysis of the rune-covered plinth is that they may be more akin to teleport than to gate. What I'm trying to say is that the plinths, the magics that we used, brought us somewhere else on Volsgard. Yet the portal behind us brought us to another place entirely. Do you follow what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Yeah, I put that together. Just...
What makes you think that there are other locations on Volsgard? Did I miss something?
Well, I asked our friend.
Orphix.
I asked the little guy over there. He said there's a bunch. Especially there's one near Yggdrasil.
Being turned to stone is funny to you?
Yes. You are lucky.
To be alive, yes?
No, lucky to be not stone. Mother has been stone for a long time.
You're who?
Mother.
Your mother's turned to... She's a statue right now.
Yes.
I see. Do you have a way of freeing her from her current state?
Mother would know.
But she's a statue.
Yes. She's not supposed to be. It's impossible, but it is.
So she can speak while a statue.
Cursed by the gods or her family. One of the two. Orphix does not know. But Mother knows much about Acropolis and her people and her gods. She can help you ascend.
He bobs his head up and down.
Will she possibly attack us?
No, not if you make friends with Mother. You can talk to her.
How exactly are we supposed to make friends with your mother? Is it the same? I'm hoping it'll be easier than trying to make friends with your brothers.
Yes, if you are polite and bring her all of her children.
Understood. That's why you want us to gather your hatchlings.
Yes,
Hatchling siblings.
Mother sent me on quest.
Oberon's. And you made a pact with this thing?
We did. It knew how. It was the one. It was the reason that we freed you from your stone prison. It knew how to get rid of it. And by the way to get rid of someone who was turned to stone by a basilisk is to bathe them in the blood of a basilisk, recently slain one. And that's what we did.
Well,
That's
of
how you
course
came
it
out.
is. What did they teach you in your school?
I never ran into a basilisk. They taught me a lot about traveling through the Yggdrasil and how to get to other worlds. To protect a tree from invasions of other unwanted species.
Always lock a jaw before you hit so you don't bite off tongue.
What is that moron babbling about?
He got hit pretty hard in the head. I wouldn't worry about him.
It's bad when you bite off tongue.
It is unfortunate about Stumpworth, says Oberon is.
Oh, not a problem. I just need some time, and I'll be able to grow another one.
Really?
Yeah. It's a druidic heart. He's not really gone. I've still got him with me. Like, literally. Shows him the sapling. I need this.
Well, it's not a sapling,
Without it-
it's more like this weird knotted root that's covered in sap.
Sorry. as long as I'm able to recollect this from his remains, I'll be able to bring him back. If I lose it, then I would have lost him for good.
It all looks so terribly messy, he says as he's writing in his book.
Not like some nature. Quite simple, really. Just give it back to the earth and ask for the earth to bring him back to you. There's a little bit more involved, but you get the idea.
I never cavorted with druids very often. They seem to be always running about outside of Mythloros. I always found the protective nature of the mythal quite pleasing. This is sort of a mythal, I suppose. A permanent magical effect that affects a grand area. He's pointing his quill over at the gem.
Yeah. Indeed. I'd like to know more about that. There's a lot more that seems connected. But
Yes.
fortunately I don't know who would have all this information. Perhaps Orphix's mother?
Yes, Mother knows much, Mother.
Indeed.
Perhaps she would know who the White Wizard was, why he selected us, and how come there seems to be other heroes around, like this shady fella.
Friends with Mother, she can show you, White Wizard.
The White Wizard's dead. As far as we know, anyways. I wouldn't be surprised if I did see him alive, but
I'm afraid Orphix is right. We watched his body burn, his spirit go away.
Places important to White Wizard. He walked here before. He, predecessor, maybe. Maybe older.
He didn't look that old to me.
no, there was something really off with him. Remember the navel and all that? He wasn't a regular person.
What's with you and the navel?
There's something off with it. Everything has a navel.
Basically, Oberon's having the conversation with a book, kind of writing in it, and he's talking while concentrating on his craft.
Every warm-blooded creature has a navel.
Yeah, I suppose. You're
He
the
didn't.
druid after all. I've never heard of such a fascination for such things.
Well, I've never even heard of those stones. I've never heard of... So lots of things that I was first introduced to by this White Wizard fella. I'm just wondering what else there is to him.
Mother can help. Yes, Mother is very wise, very knowledgeable. You,
Where is your mother located?
Acropolis. She is in Acropolis.
She's deeper in?
Up on hill, in a garden of statues. Guarded
And she
by
wants
the
to
great
have-
statue of... what is her name? Orphix forget, not Orphix's guard.
She's guarded. So there's a guardian. Is it one of your siblings?
There are some siblings up on the hill, yes.
But you said a guard, and you mentioned a her. It's a female. Is one of your siblings the her that you're mentioning is the guard?
No.
It's another one. And we have to get past her, I assume. She's not going to want us to let go. By the term guard, I assume you mean she doesn't want us to get close.
Bronze statue, never seen it move, but Mother would know better.
Well, Mother's a little bit of a pickle. Alright.
But there are guards. Yes,
Multiple
there are
guards.
some moving statues. 2, maybe, left.
2 moving statues.
Yes.
Ye-
You'll see. You'll know.
Do any of them fly?
No. Too
No.
heavy.
Alright. And what's the, Alright. Okay. That's actually quite useful for me. Tells me what kind of spells to prepare for tomorrow.
Guards made of clay.
I assume they're fairly large and they weigh a lot?
Yes.
Good. Good, that'll come into handy.
Magic clay. Clayman.
That's fine. Everything that's an advantage is also a disadvantage if you think about it from the right angle.
Yes. You fought well against
Stronger is always advantage.
You fought well against dragons.
Okay, so your friends have been helping you dig a little bit of a hole and wash Lamrey's body, Uker said, with a token that he had that created a bunch of water.
Oh.
These 4 seem to be interested in helping you move stones and creating a grave for Lamrey.
The Blue Mountain Charm. It basically makes Gatorade blue. But yeah.
I'll start
Brondo.
piling up
Brondo's
stones
best.
to
It's full of electrolytes.
build a cairn.
Electrolytes.
So that's great.
That's what plants crave.
That's what plants crave. Oh Lord. Lord preserve us. Yeah, he'll start piling up stones to build cairn.
Okay. Any words or?
Thanks, bitch.
No, he's just quietly stacking one after another.
Okay. Your friends help you.
It was a good horse. We'll find you another.
Call the director over.
Or at least something of its like.
So now the wolf will do.
Okay, or Cho growls at Rosie, but does come over. Rosie just flicks up her tail and goes and sits down at a higher position.
Okay.
+1 spray from above.
Ah.
I will hand Urcho's reins over to Sir Galeth.
He growls a little bit at Uker, but shuts the hell up when Galeth grabs the reins.
All right, boy.
Okay, I'm gonna erase Lamrey's token as the last stones are packed in. I guess cairn is a good word for the grave. Lamrey's cairn.
We should remember this place. And don't tell people where it is. That way, we know where to meet. If
This is hallowed ground.
If things get difficult.
How
Yeah,
do we
alright.
get here?
Travel by portal or way of stone.
That's if the stones work. The portals seem to work.
Feather and sapphire.
Blue sapphire, he says. They do come in other colors.
Oh.
Praise. The greed quality or whatever it's called.
You just assume that I know about stones because I'm a dwarf.
But don't you? Yes, I do.
But don't assume.
No, Locric's a little less in your face about that sort of thing.
What are we going to do now? Are we still going to follow this snake's whim? We almost all died because of it.
From my understanding, that was the strongest of the siblings. We can best that dragon, that serpent.
And who
The
is
rest
this,
shouldn't be so difficult.
And who is this shadowy friend of yours, Gilvin? Is there something you're not telling us?
Well, he's not a friend of mine. He's, well, I think he came from a group before us.
What do you mean,
Remember,
group before us?
we're not the first ones to go there. Suppose.
The
I
villagers...
kind of got the feeling he was the only one who survived, but by the sounds of it, there's roles to be taken. I think he called me a trickster. It was a bit insulting, I'm quite honest.
The villagers sure acted like it's not the first time they've seen strangers.
No. There was something about that constellation thing they was talking about.
I don't know if I truly trust that snake.
Well, it's a snake, I mean... You go with mythology, there's certain stories, but I assume some of them are there for a reason, right?
We have those stories on my world as well.
That being said, we're filthy freaking rich right now, and I ain't never seen that much gold in my entire life. Hell, if all that gold was copper, I wouldn't have seen all that much.
Locric's not going to insult your world, even if he's thinking, like...
This is how much gold I use for my bed.
Exactly, the greatness of Dwarf Town or whatever, but yeah, he doesn't...
If you have the giant, stupid vault of gold sitting there, you are basically poor, because you ain't doing shit with your money. Thinking of the Hobbit with the stupid dwarf, like, a billion pounds of gold for the dragon to sleep in.
Can you tell us about that Ash brother of yours? You said he was good thing he didn't show up. Can you tell us more about him?
Switching the conversation.
Sorry. I was just still doing spells, I just want to know.
He is Batman, part snake, always on fire. He carries a spear that is on fire.
So, protect yourselves against fire.
Yes, and spears.
I see what you're saying. He's always on fire, eh? Alright.
These snakes are curious.
How so?
Gorfrix comes over and he's interested about Oberon's opinion of snakes, even though he was talking to Lemio. Some of them are animals, yet some of them are creatures from beyond. And then there's you. I hear from Lemio that you are healing some of our companions during the fight.
Yes. I wanted you to win. And you won. So Orphix gets his way.
So you're the snake of winning?
Yeah, I like it.
Deal's a deal. We said we'd help. No, actually, as close as it was back there, we did win.
Give me a
Hopefully, you can lead us
sense
to more
motive,
treasures.
Lemio,
Yeah.
give me a sense motive.
One sec.
It's
You
against
got a high
Oberon's
wisdom, do
epic
this. Epic
object.
bluff.
Mm. 26.
He wants to have more of a conversation around this, but without the snake nearby. The snake's just smiling up at him. Whether the snake knows or not, it's hard to tell.
Would you mind? Would you mind telling? Would you mind going to tell the rest of our companions about the characteristics of your siblings, just so we can, just so they can prepare properly for tomorrow?
I've already told them. And you were the smart ones.
Of course.
What do all these things do?
She's talking about.
The magic that you're looking at.
You should know. You were casting some of those same spells.
I'm not a wizard.
It goes and curls up in the middle of the big disc. Oberon was about to say something, but realized the snake was in earshot and doesn't.
Lemmy pulls out like a little feather and starts writing. We'll chat later. He writes, "We'll chat later."
Okay. There's a subtle nod from Oberon. Anyone watching him would have saw a nod.
While he says that, while he like writes that, he's like, we came out fairly well with magic items though.
Yes, we should be done this identification by supper.
Does Oberon have the ability to read without moving his lips?
Sure. Yeah, he's yes, he doesn't come from a superstitious world where it's all like speaking out loud and you read. Accidentally casting your
I have no inner monologue.
Eventually you guys do come over and I guess are eating a cold dinner, or are you guys lighting a fire? What's going on?
Fire.
Okay, so you're sleeping here.
We are brave heroes. We don't get no.
Okay.
We are glorious champions.
Let me just make a few rolls to see. I don't think there's anything in here that is like really difficult. I'm gonna paste the magic items now.
Into character sheets or into the party
no,
page?
Just into the party pages.
Okay.
Okay. 3 javelins of lightning. The Monkey King's belt is a belt of incredible dexterity +2 that also acts as a meridian belt. Meridian belt allows you to add 2 other rings onto your feet, and then as an action, I forget what it is, you can switch which 2 rings are active.
That's awesome.
There's the Trickster's Shield, which is a +1 mithril buckler with a +2 competence bonus on Disable Device, Fly, Sleight of Hand, CMB, and CMD for dirty tricks. A Scroll of Alter Self, Spider Climb, Eagle Splendor, Levitate, Protection from Chaos, Tongues, and Major Image. The Ring of Bolstered Courage is a ring of protection +1 that has different effects depending on which class feature you have. If you have the Bravery class feature, it increases the bonus by 1. If you have the Aura of Courage, it increases the bonus that is granted your allies by 1. If you cast a Remove Fear spell, the bonus that is that you get is increased by 1. There is a Ring of the Salamander, which is Fire Resistance 5. There's Ring of the Nimble Cat, +5 competence bonus to acrobatics checks. The Ring of the Monkey Paws, which is a +5 competence bonus to climb checks. And Heartsworn is a +1 keen short sword that has a move action, can shed golden light in a 5-foot radius.
That's some good stuff.
Fantastic. None of these items are useful for me.
Oberon is getting sort of bugged by Uker.
What are you saying?
You need to write this one down. He's pointing at the Alter Self spell. You need this one. Goes to top of list.
This particular scroll has dwarven blood.
We have a dwarf. Lots of dwarf blood. Put in book.
I'm not doing any of it this evening, but yes. Fine.
I want my +2 size bonus to strength while in medium size.
I'm a human. I turn into a human. Ha ha ha.
Better human. Or an orc, and I get night vision as well.
Okay, so basically by the time you finish identifying items, the sun has set. It is a slightly windy but warm-ish summer night. Are you taking watch this night, or is everyone just sleeping because you got lots of animals, or...?
Well, we should set up watch.
We know this portal works 2 ways, and we pissed off the dungeon, so I think we're going to set watch.
Okay.
Good thing snakes don't have hands.
Can you divide yourselves into however many watches? Just drag your tokens around.
Pair somebody up.
I don't need to sleep, so
I
I'm gonna
apparently
go.
ate a lot of weird stuff, so I'm gonna go and make sure it comes out in the proper location. So, but I'm gonna stay on. So, huzzah! I'll try to mute.
Don't try!
Help me! Help me!
Oh God, why is it coming out there?
I didn't eat corn.
I didn't eat corn. It's petrified 3-year-old corn. No.
It's the best. You can smell it from here.
All right, so evening, middle of the night, morning, watch.
Evening, middle of the night, morning. I think we're doing that.
Okay.
Pair up somebody who knows how to do this with someone who doesn't, please. I have a high whiz. I don't care when I do it.
We paired up people who need to sleep and people who don't need to sleep.
Also, people with perception checks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We have
Awesome.
We have a dog.
The wind picks up kind of in the middle of the night. Zildin and Lokrig's shift goes by pretty easily. The camp is quieted down by the time Uker and Galith are wandering around. There's a low campfire that's being buffeted by the wind. Drag some stones into a small circle. Just put a small... can you point where your campfire is?
Well, last
Over
time
here
we
is probably...
but we'll put it over here this time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
away
got,
from the edge.
you got people sleeping around campfire.
Uker's practicing sleight of hand with larger and larger objects.
Soon I hide anvil in ass. Surprise!
Okay. It's at night. You're looking at glittering stars and clouds being chased by the wind against the backdrop of a summer sky. You're in this place of great power. Are there any things that the teams of watches want to say to each other? Orphix, you notice, has stayed close to the stones, like he's curled up and enjoying the warmth of the stones. He's actually close to the portals.
Okie doke.
We need to
So
practice.
Lokrik doesn't say much to Azildan that evening. He just
Gareth,
I want to speak to Oberon, but not right now.
your horse was good horse. He ran very fast.
She was good. She was a good horse. I'd like to think that... I'd like to think that she's in a field somewhere.
Probably.
She's actually over there under those rocks.
Shut up. A pebble goes flung in that direction.
It's a nuclear pebble. It's a fist-sized rock. Then Isildan pulls out his bow, and then Hooker kicks out his axe. That's great. Funny.
It was a firefight!
I don't know that the Silver-Handed's teachings say that animals can go and live with the gods, but if anyone could, I think a warhorse would.
Doesn't matter what he says. If he says something wrong, make it right. What you think is important. If Nuada says no horse, tell Nuada yes horse.
It is not quite so simple.
It's not so hard. What's the worst thing he can do?
Well, funny you mention that. knowledge, religion, Marty. What do I know about paladins?
You know about Paladin? Sure.
Someone roll for me.
On my world, it is not uncommon for thieves to be punished by being forced to plunge their hands into burning pots of water and pull out a stone from the bottom. In many cases, their arm will be burned and begin to fester, and they will either have it cut off or die. My world is a harsh one, and my god is a harsh god. There are some who think that I am too merciful, that I show too much restraint.
On my world, if you steal, depends where you are. Some place they kill you, some place they put you in dungeon. Nobody burn your hand.
As I've said, Nuada is a harsh god, a war god.
I am not warrior.
You could have fooled me.
Test of strength.
That's all war is. A test.
Man.
They believe on my world that one's innocence or guilt can be decided in combat. That the gods will grant victory to those who are righteous and those who are innocent, and see those who are guilty struck down.
There's much more honor on my world. People will not say they are innocent when they are not innocent.
Your world sounds like a truthful place.
There are many ways to see same picture.
Nuada is an honorable god.
Have
He
you
does not.
seen the painting? It's right, he cuts you off, and he's got this. There's the painting where it could be the hourglass or the two faces looking at each other.
You have no idea.
I've seen something like that.
you don't know that specific one, but yeah. It's a young lady with a crone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Two people see same thing, come to different.
I understand this.
Sometimes mercy isn't mercy. Sometimes mercy is delayed pain.
Perhaps. Sometimes it is not for us to decide the fates of others.
If you don't decide the fate of the other, doesn't that mean you decide the fate of the other?
No. The gods decide. We are but their instruments.
And you not doing is your God not doing.
Yes, but it is not me. It is not my will that guides my hand.
Who are we again?
It is not my will that guides my hand. It is not my place to make decisions for the divine. Merely to carry out their will and interpret it as best as possible.
Will your hand to hit harder and more. I will try to will my body to jump out of the way better.
I didn't want to say anything about that, but...
The armor, it got really stiff. It was hard to move.
You should try wearing plate like mine. It protects a little bit better than that horse hide.
You can't even touch those.
I live again.
Surprisingly nimble in this harness. You'd be surprised at the sort of things that you can do while you're wearing this much metal.
Oh, do tell. You tell
Takes
me
a lot.
about little paladin.
It takes a lot of
Fall off
training, though.
mountain.
I suppose it's time for our watch anyways. So we're on as he's been lying awake listening.
Yeah, well, you know what? Why not on this watch we keep the philosophizing down to a minimum, write it down, talk in the morning. Some of us are trying to sleep.
It's not like
If you're still awake, then that just means you weren't fighting hard enough.
How could you ever curl up with that stink rat?
What? That's not nice. Calling Lemmy a stink rat.
now they're flying. Stump, if he was here, he'd have put a pound into you. And I missed my hammock. It's on the 3rd and 5th branch. Horrible. He had a hammock in the top of...
You might want to ask one of them to carry all of your things tomorrow. Might I suggest the big one?
I'm pretty sure. That shouldn't be a problem. I'll do that in the morning. But good thinking.
Both of your worlds sound like awful places.
Here, here. Mine's not so bad. We only have invasions of like ant people and spider people and bee people.
That's not so bad.
No. Not if you really think about it. Which I try not to.
Have slug people.
See, that sounds a lot better than a plague of the undead now, doesn't it?
Right.
Okay, it's Oberon and Lemmy's watch.
Yeah.
Gallup gets back after taking off his armor and just goes plonk.
So where is our watch exactly? Where's Little Snake?
Little Snake. Oh, who's killing our fan?
Mark is flying through outer space.
Superman with his cape fluttering.
Right.
No, don't move, Mark. Every time you move, you let the fan.
What are you doing down there, you bastard?
He's trying to perform self-fellatio.
That's what I assumed.
You must first remove a few ribs.
I can't understand why it's not working.
Oh, we all got that a little bit, Mark. Beer, pizza, age.
Lack of self-respect, you know.
Tiny penis.
First world problems. Okay.
All right. So,
Camp settles down a little bit.
what do you think?
12 tokens.
Right?
It sounds like if the mother's trapped, maybe we should keep the mother trapped until we learn more about her.